Welcome to my channel, to everyone who's new here, and of course to those of you who are back again, great to have you here. In this video we will take a look together at possible scenarios for the price development of SUI, AVAX, HBAR and Dogecoin. Things remain exciting, so make sure to watch until the end. So, we have for SUI, we have drew this head and shoulders formatation yesterday. So, I think that in bright blue right here, we have a falling wedge. That falling wedge already broke to the upside. If we zoom in, then you can see it. It broke to the upside. It's got its retest. So basically we have the way up to $3.32. That's the target of the falling wedge in bright blue. So, but what did I do here? So, that we had here the left shoulder. Oh wait, let me take this one out. So, we have here on your left, the left shoulder. We have here the head. And now we are going to form the right shoulder, in my opinion. And we can also take the length of the left shoulder, put it then here to the price mark of $3.18. And here you can also see the left shoulder is in the same length of the target of the falling wedge. So they both hit round about the $3.31. So I can think about that SUI gets up to $3.31. Then if we break the $3.18 to the downside sustainable, then the head and shoulders formatation is going to get in play, and the target is going to be the $3.07, where here we can see is the support box. For that we have to go to the 1 hour chart, and then you can already see on your left that in this whole box the volume was very high. So if we zoom in and look into the past, then you can see push to the upside, got rejected. Push to the upside, got rejected. Support, rejected, and we went sideways. So basically this whole box is going to be support. If we lose the $2.85, then we can think about a more bearish trend filling the fair value gaps lower than us, even down to $2.50. So let's see what SUI is going to do. So far it goes like planned. We also didn't get on the 1 hour chart. Let me take this one out. Let me take this one out as well. We didn't get a 1 hour candle close lower than $3.18 so far. The candle closed perfectly at $3.18. So if we push to the upside $3.31 and afterwards break the $3.18 to the downside, the target is going to be the $3.07. But there is still the chance breaking to the downside now means this can also be just the red shoulder. That's why I would be careful with SUI. It's not looking good at the moment. The target of the, in orange, rising wedge, which broke to the downside, which got its retest, is also still in play, target $3.07. So we have basically two chart patterns telling us that SUI should go into the $3.07 once the $3.18 breaks to the downside. So let's get into AVAX. We have said about AVAX that this here is an extending triangle or falling wedge. We broke it here to the downside, we also broke it to the upside, so this chart pattern didn't work. But AVAX already showed some weakness, breaking the support at $21.14 to the downside. We have also said if we do, then we should drop to $21. But if we break the $21 to the downside, then it won't look good. So let's take out this chart pattern, because we didn't break lower than $21 at this time. Instead we got a push, and this push to the upside caused a double top pattern. Now the question is, do we count the double top pattern from the breakout here at the $21, or from the orange trend line $20.90? This is a very interesting question. I can't tell you that. I still think that we have here the fair value gap, which can get closed, and this would be the retest of the $21. So if we get up here and we sell off and get a follow through lower than the lows here, then the target is going to be the $20.31 down to $20.12 for AVAX. As long as we don't break the cross here at $19.85, everything is still fine. Once we do, then I think AVAX has the chance getting to $19.25. If we break to the upside, because this can also be a double bottom pattern. If we break to the upside, then we have the chance getting into the tops here again. If we break the tops to the upside, then $21.87 is going to be the target, even up to $22.15, because we have there a fair value gap. So what about HBAR? We have set here in orange, rising wedge. Broke to the downside, made its retest. Got its follow through. Target was the 17.15 cents, the first target. If we lose that support, which we also did here, we even got our retest, then we should drop to 16.7 cents. So I think that we have a small bullish pattern on the chart, which can invalidate our bearish scenario, which is this possible double bottom pattern. But for that, we can't see another low. If we do, then this pattern is going to get invalidated. We need to see the 17.1 cents breaking to the upside now with a push. And then the target is going to be the 17.45 cents for HBAR, but we have resistance at 17.4 cents. So here I would be also careful to not just get rejected there and sell off from there. What I also see is that on the 15 minutes chart, we have formed a head and shoulders formatation, which broke to the upside, which got its retest. Target is also the 16.78 cents. So everything which is a bit over 16.73 cents is going to be the target, in my opinion, for HBAR. And then if we also break it to the downside, 16.45 cents. Here's the next target. And then we have to see how far HBAR is going to drop. I can even imagine that once the 16.45 breaks to the downside, that we can even see prices down to 15.4 for HBAR. If we want to be bullish, then we have here green trend line. Current breakout point, 17.5 cents. If that breaks to the upside, 18 cents is going to be the next target. If we break the 18 cents to the upside, then I would say HBAR has a good chance pushing to the upside and invalidating all the bearish patterns. But we also have from the past that triangle in dark blue, which broke to the downside. We count it as bearish pennant. Target 15.4 cents for HBAR. So what about Dogecoin? I think Dogecoin has the chance getting even down to 18.9 cents. If we break the 18.9 cents to the downside, then it's short to me, down to 18.3 cents. If we get a breakout over 19.36 cents, then this was a double bottom pattern. And then we have the chance getting up to 19.6 cents. If we break the 19.6 cents to the upside, then I think we can hit the 20 cents again for Dogecoin. If we also break the 20 cents to the upside, then we are going to work off the targets of the bullish chart patterns in the area 20.3 cents to 20.5 cents for Dogecoin. So the whole move of Dogecoin doesn't look good in my opinion. Like I have drew here, it looks very corrective. We just get up step by step and not with an impulsive push to the upside. So if we break the 18.9 cents to the downside, I have told you 18.3 cents is going to be my take profit, but we can even drop into the whole area where we have here a huge amount of fair value gaps. So this whole block is one big fair value gap in my opinion. As you can see, we just have red areas there. On the 1 hour chart you can see it as well. The area is getting bigger. And let's see on the 4 hours chart. Yeah, here you can see it. In the 4 hour chart it's just one big fair value gap. So in that area, that's why it's called fair value gap, not every order got fulfilled. So the price is going to move in that area, in my opinion, once we break the 18.9 cents to the downside, and we have a high chance getting the fair price of Dogecoin. And afterwards we have to see, is it this is a make it or break it point. If we break it to the downside, then Dogecoin can even do a lower low than this one. If we get here and form some bullish chart patterns like a falling wedge, which we afterwards breaks to the upside, then we can maybe be happy about a nice push. I don't want to give you some hope, but 28 cents can be the target. This is a resistance block, and I think Dogecoin has the chance to get there. So what I want to tell you is we have to wait for other chart patterns which direct us into lower or higher prices, but we also need the breakouts. If we see breakouts with a nice retest, then it's tradable for me. If you have other methods, it's up to you. I prefer the retest. I see daily trading opportunities, daily signals. So basically I don't have to catch a trade every day. If I see the setup is good with a nice breakout retest, then I'm going to jump into the retest, into a trade and try to get maximum gains there. It most likely works in my opinion, but I also don't trade every breakout. Just because I see a candle close lower than 18.9 cents, I'm not going to jump into the trade. I'm waiting for the confirmation for the retest. And afterwards, if we also fail it and, for example, push to the upside, then my losses are a bit lower because let's put this one to the right side. Or let's just do it here. If we get the breakout and I'm going to jump into the breakout and we get the retest, then I'm already in losses. If the retest fails and we break to the upside, then you can already see from here to here, it's already minus 1.4%. But if I take my trade at the retest, then I'm going to minimize my losses, but I can maximize my profits. That's why I prefer getting into the retest. So with that said, I hope that I gave you some valuable information with this video, and we will see each other a bit later today for the Render, Tau, Kaspa and ONDO update. See you then.